Okay, brothers and sisters, we're just about a week back from the leadership conference at Little Portion, and I'll tell you what, we wanted to drop a video out to all of you to share some news. The Lord lit a fire in my heart, like a new fire, and I saw it in the eyes of the other leaders there at the leadership conference, and just wanted to share a couple of things. One, an exhortation from John Michael that really hit us, and second, a challenge that came from Viola. So let me lay out for you the exhortation from John Michael. It was about clustering, and it took what we've known for a long time and just pushed it to the next level. So what we've known for a long time is when you live our way of life more intensely, then there's more fruit from it. Oftentimes you see the difference between an individual member who's geographically separated from many people compared to the life of community that you can build up in a cell group. So John Michael's taught for a long time after our own individual families, the cell group is the normative local expression of our community. So I think of a cell group like a campfire. It's 4, 5, 6 members, each like a log that's on fire for the Lord and thrown into this campfire. They burn together. The fire on one reinforces the fire on the other. It's good. It's sustainable. Think about a campfire. You can cook food over it. It's good. But John Michael challenged us to do something new. He's asking us to really take into serious prayer and serious discernment the idea of clustering, to bring more of our members in closer proximity to one another. Now, this would take sacrifices, and the first time any of us hear this idea, I'm sure there are 100 reasons in the back of our heads going, there's no way I could do it. You know, what am I supposed to sell my house and pick up my family? Well, I think the idea is to take a look, especially, some of us, yes, but to take a look especially at those transition points in life. When a couple become empty nesters, or when there's retirement and it's time to downsize from a house and to move. A lot of people, for the sake of themselves and their family, move from the Midwest, where we live, to Florida or to other places in the South. And what I would say is that's a great time to think through and pray through not just what could I do or should I do for my family, but also factor in community to the thought process. So I started with the image of a campfire. Cell groups like a campfire. When you get a cluster together, like the cluster that we have in Westmont where we live, when you've got 15, 16, 18 members all living in the same neighborhood, all within a mile or so from each other, that is more like a bonfire. And there's something about a bonfire. Brian and I, when we were processing this on the way home, our long drive home from Little Portion, Brian said to me, a bonfire has an attractive quality. You see it across the way and you say, man, what's going on over there? I want to go check that out. That's the kind of evangelical power that we could have more intensely if we cluster our members together. So in comparison, a campfire versus a bonfire, I think our individual members, an analogy that I came up with to keep this going is one of our individual members isolated from others by distance would be more like a candle. And a candle or a torch is something that doesn't have other community members around to reinforce and to build up the way of life. So now some of our longtime members who are isolated from others geographically have lived an exemplary way of life. And so I wouldn't for a minute want to downgrade them, but there's something about bringing ourselves into closer proximity that I think would be really powerful. So that's it for now, and just wanted to throw that idea out at you. John Michael is strongly encouraging us, and I'm going to echo the encouragement from the Domestic Council to you, to all of our members. Let's seriously take this into prayer and consider, what's the Lord asking me to do now, a year, 3, 5 out? What does He have for me in the future? How can I live this way of life more intensely to draw more people in and make a real impact for Christ and His church? Amen. God bless, brothers and sisters. We'll talk to you soon.